It's one of the biggest missing persons cases the world has ever seen. In 2007, Maddie McCann disappeared while holidaying with her family in Portugal.
But now the case that has puzzled detectives could be coming to an end. It's been 15 years since Maddie McCann disappeared. With her case gripping the world.
Words cannot describe the anguish and despair that we are feeling as the parents of our beautiful daughter Madeleine.
The 3-year-old was snatched in 2007 and the mystery of what happened has plagued her family and detectives. To date, Operation Grange, launched by Met Police, has cost a staggering 23 million Australian dollars, with the quest to find Maddie a massive international operation.
No parent's going to give up on their child unless they know for certain their child's dead.
In 2020, it appeared investigators were on the brink of a breakthrough. It was revealed that German national Christian Bruckner, who is currently serving time, was in the same town Maddie went missing from.
Have a person that fits a profile. Previous history of sex offences against girls, burglary, and you see that his phone was actually within proximity of the crime scene a short time before the crime was committed.
But now, police in the UK are set to close down their investigation as funding for Operation Grange comes to an end.
Let's check in again with former Met Detective Chief Inspector Mick Neville, who has worked on the Maddie McCann case. Mick, good to see you again. Why would they wind up the investigation now after all these years rather than just keep ticking it along?
Well, I don't understand it because I think there still needs to be pursued on this. I mean, if we look at the British police were recently criticised for being a Betamax police force. Now, if you're old enough to remember, Betamax is a very poor, it's a copy of VHS videos. And what the British police have been doing is chasing after witnesses from from 2007 who didn't see much then and won't see much now. And I will always argue there's lots of opportunities with images, with Facebook, with passports, with social media sites to be searched for Maddie to see if she can be found. And these lines still aren't being pursued. Now, the Metropolitan Police has a budget of millions of pounds, and I'm sure that some could be found to carry on this inquiry.
So what's the reason? Is it money? Is it time?
I think they've just run out of leads. I think they're like an old-fashioned inquiry where they're looking for witnesses. They're not being ambitious. They're not thinking about current technology. Any CCTV or images that are available from 2007, there's all sorts of wonderful things that can be done with that now. And as I say, if Maddie's still alive, somebody might have captured her on a Facebook image. That line in her eye, the distinctive pyjamas that she was taken when if she was kidnapped. All those could be found using technology that's wonderful and available today. And I just think that the police are acting like they're in Victorian times rather than this wonderful digital world that enables me to speak to you. And we only need to think of Chloe Smith, that miracle in Australia. The excellent work by the Australian police that people can be found after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Mick, this case has sort of captured the world, hasn't it? Put it in perspective for it. How common is kidnapping of kids this age? Because it terrifies so many parents.
Absolutely, and thankfully it's very rare. It's very rare. Normally, after 3 days, of course, the police start looking for a body rather than a child. But as I've alluded to with Chloe, that proves that it doesn't always happen. We've seen cases in Austria and US where girls have turned up many, many years afterwards. So we shouldn't give up hope. And what the police should be using is every modern technology, every artificial intelligence and facial recognition tool that would be able to help them and maybe find. And I just think they've lack ambition. They should do more and they should pursue these lines of inquiry.
OK. Mick Neville, thank you very much for your time.